to the numerical sessions of the topic geared trains. Usually there is no questions been asked in the OU till now, but further who knows if there is a question been asked in the problems related to the gear trains. Let's go with the problems of three models which is related to the simple compound as well as riveted gear trains. Let's start with the first problem. Number one, that is gearing of a machine tool is shown in the figure. The motor shaft is connected to a gear A and rotates at 975 rpm. The gear while B, C, D are fixed to the parallel shaft rotating together. The final gear F is fixed to the output of the shaft. What is the speed of the gear F? The number of teeth on the each gear is given below. So this is a simple problem which is given. Let's try to understand this. See, this is gear A, B, C, D, E. There is a motor which is connected to this over here. This or a motor. Okay. So this motor which is in input 1, the power which has been given by the motor onto the shaft which is present over here to the input 1. This is your input gear A, and all this are inline till E, and this F is the output one which is connected to the output shaft. Okay. So here what is the question is, here number of teeth in A, B, C, D, E, everything is given here till F. Okay, number of teeth is given. So what is the question is, here the speed is also given for the input one. Here the speed is 975, that is the speed NA. If I take this as N1 or NA, whatever, this NF, or if you take this as maybe N6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, N6, this is the speed which is we need to calculate. Okay, this is the problem. So how do you calculate? Simple, by velocity ratio or maybe a speed ratio. As we know, we have already derived about this one in case of your gear trains one derivation. NA by NF or N1 by N6 is equal to T, what do you call it? If you go with the teeths, number of teeths in that case, T2, T4, T6 by T1, T3, T5. Okay, from that relation actually you can calculate your number of what do you call speed of the final one, because all that number of teeth is given. First initial speed is given, the final speed you can calculate from that. That is the speed of the first driven by the last one is equal to product of number of teeth and the driven by product of number of teeth and the driver's one. So from this, as I told you earlier, relation NA by NF is equal to TB, TD, TF by TA, TC, TE. Or if you take this as T2, T4, T6 by T1, T3, T5. So from this, if you simply substitute first one, finally you can calculate this. From this I got this as 52 rpm. So this is very simple problem which is easily can solve it. Probably sometimes if this is asked in maybe in a short answer question or maybe in a long answer question, you can easily solve it. I hope I am clear with this problem number 1. Let's move on to the problem number 2. So coming to the problem number 2, two parallel shafts about 600 mm apart are to be connected by a spur gates. One shaft is to run at 360 rpm, another one is 120 rpm. Design the gears if the circular pitch is to be 25 mm. So coming to the question, let's try to understand this. There are two shafts. Here there is one shaft, here there is another shaft. Shaft number 1, shaft number 2. So what is given is two parallel shafts. There is a distance between these two is 600 mm. So distance between those two shafts are 600 mm. First, the speed of one is given, N1 speed is given which is about 360, and N2 speed is given which is about 120 rpm. So here this shafts, there is a gear. What is this gear? Spur gear. There is a spur gear to this. So for this one, if the circular pitch is 25, for this, if there is a circular pitch PC, then we need to design the gears. So what is we need to design? Design in the sense, what is your speed reduction? or a speed ratio or velocity ratio. That is what we are going to calculate. So, or finally what we are going to calculate over here is this x. If I take this as x distance, this x is what we are going to calculate. So that is theoretically which is given as 600. Is that practically going to be same when you take a gear train between the two gears which is of your spur gear? That is what we are going to do it practically. So how we are going to do it? That is with the help of the relation, which is by velocity ratio or maybe a speed ratio one. So from this, the speed ratio and diameter, there is a very important relation. That is, we need to remember this formula: n1 by n2 is equal to d2 by d1. This is important relation. Please try to remember this. Okay. So from this, n1 by n2 is equal to d2 by d1 is equal to 360 by 120 is equal to 3. So that is nothing but your speed reduction or maybe a speed ratio is nothing but 3. So from this we can write d2 is equal to 3 into d times of d1. So from this, where you have your x is nothing but half of this d1 plus d2. That is nothing but, from here x is given as, or before that x1 we are trying to calculate. Let's take this as an x1 which we are going to try to calculate. X is equal to this one, 600 is equal to 1 into 1 by 2 into d1 plus d2. From this d1 by plus d2 we can calculate which is equal to 1200. Let's take this as relation number 1. Of this, first we have already got the relation which is d1 is equal to 3d1, and we also know d1 plus d2 is equal to 2d1. Substitute this d2 is equal to 3d1 here, then you get it as 4d1. 4d1 is equal to 1200, then you will get this d1 as 300. And next you will get this, substitute over there this, finally you will get this d2 as 900. Now I got d1 and d2. Then finally what I am going to do is I am trying to calculate your teats, number of teats, t1 and t2. This is also again another important relation. Please try to remember this, where it is t1 is equal to pi d2 by pc, which is nothing but circular pitch is nothing but pi d by t, which is already we know this. This also you try to remember this relation, very important one. So after this, from this relation I got t1, and also I can calculate t2 because I know already d1 d2. Now once d1 d2 is known, finally I can calculate the x value, which is by knowing your d1 dash and d2 dash. The same relation, d1 dash is equal to t into pc by pi. From this I got it as 302, and d2 dash I got it as 3907. So finally if I add this 2, then I'll get this x dash, which is nothing but 604.73, which is actually, it is 600 theoretical one, but finally which I got the practical one as 604.73. That is a design of your gear. I hope I am clear with the problem number 2. Let's move on to problem number 3. The final problem in case of gear trains. So problem number 3 is, the speed ratio of the riveted gear train is to be 12. The module pitch of a gear A and B is 3.125 and of gear C and A is 2.55. Calculate the suitable number of teats for the gears. Number of gears is to have less than 24 teats. So this is the condition which is given. This is the condition given. Number of gears is to have less than 24 teats. This is a condition given. Okay. So from this, which is already given in the figure, you can understand from here. This is driver gear and this is a driven gear. So this, you have a distance which is apart from this two axis, which is the case of your riveted gear train. Both are should be coaxial, driver and driven one. So this is about 200 mm apart, and the gear reduction is given with the speed ratio as 12, and the module of that is given as from MA by MB is equal to 3.125. These are all given data from this. So from this you can actually calculate the relation of your NA by NC, which is nothing but from your relation of your both the coaxial gates for your riveted gates. NA by NB is equal to NC by ND. From this, as you know, it is gear ratio or the speed ratio of that is 12, which is already given, NA by ND. NA by ND. So which is nothing but under root of 12, which you got as 3.4, or nothing but the train value is same. So from this, if I calculate your train value or number of teats from this, which is nothing but reciprocal of this, TB by TA is equal to TD by TC, which is also the same, 3.464. Already we have gone through the derivation of your riveted gate trains, where you have your circular one radius, which is RA plus RB is equal to RC by RD. From this, what is R, which is very important relation from this. This is also you need to remember, where R is equal to MT by 2. R is equal to mt by 2. This you need to remember, R is equal to mt by 2. So from this relation, if I substitute over here the x value to calculate this one, which is R is nothing but ma by ta plus mb by tb by 2 mc by tc md by tc. Finally, what we are going to calculate is ta, tb, tc, td we are going to calculate. Once ta, tb, tc, td, that is number of T's of a, b, c, d are known, next finally I will try to calculate the speed ratio, which is already it is given 12. That is theoretical one. Whether it is a practical case, it is going to be same or more than that. Let's try to calculate it. So from this relation, which is already known from the equation number 1, let's try to substitute here in the equation number 2. Then from this I can calculate the value of ta and finally tb by substituting this. And once ta and tb is known, tc and tb can be known based on the previous relations. So once this all the ta, tb, tc, td is known, simple substitution by this of your speed ratio, then again got the value as 12.3, which is actually greater than the theoretical one of 12. Okay, so this is the problem number 3. I hope I am clear with the numericals which is related to the gate trains. This is the most expected questions if there is a numerical in case of gate trains. As of now, there is no question being asked. If suppose there is a question which is expected, that could be these models, which cannot be more than this. If you want to practice more, you can practice from SS Rathan, Theory of Machines, topic gear trains. Okay, I hope I'm clear till here. Let's stop it over here, and next class I will go on with the belts theory session. Okay, thank you.